All right, guys. So today we're going to be talking about how technical Undisputed is. I want to go over some things that I do in online that helps me, some tools that I use just to be a better overall player to win. So let's talk about footwork. You need to be constantly moving, right? That's one thing that seems pretty simple, but you want to always be moving. That's what I focus on. Moving. See, now we're starting off pretty fast with Manny. Perfect. That's what we want. So, moving and creating angles. That's one thing. Just look at that right now. Moving and creating angles. That simple. This is what boxing is about. And you need to utilize this online. I don't want to run the whole time. But remember, you have feet. Move around. Next, directional blocking. So, how do you block everything? And if not everything, most of everything. With directional blocking. And making sure you're angled correctly. Because Manny can still hit me just like that. If my angle's off, right? Look at that. Beautiful, Manny. Good work. But I can block a lot of his hits if I angle myself correctly and use directional blocking. Look at this. Look at this. Perfect. He can't touch me. Now, let's talk about us hitting him. Now we use directional punches. We can use directional punches, making sure... Hold on. Man, he's getting a little crazy. But back to what I was saying. We can use directional punches to make sure we're angled right with him. Using footwork and directional punches, we can get a lot of different combinations in. We're not always going to land, but you don't want to throw spammy punches, not because of a play style or anything. You're gonna get punished in the long run for throwing spammy punches due to you missing those punches, due to your player still throwing a punch while he's running in to punch you. So you're gonna get punished in the long run for throwing spammy punches. So what I like to do is check my range with my jab. If I'm in range like that, now I can throw a right. I know the right's gonna land. Now I can throw a hook. You see, now we landed. You see Manny starting to duck. He starting to use his slips, right? We're still blocking everything Manny's throwing. So this game is still for anybody. We don't have a clear winner yet. I might be winning this round, but you can see how even it is now. I'm using my tools. I'm stepping, I'm moving to the side, creating angles. I'm popping that jab out, staying off the center line. Using my directional movement. Manny's still hitting me. That doesn't mean I'm invincible, right? But I have tools to defend myself. I have tools to actually be in this fight. This is online as well. This is what online is. Now, I want to get into, what is it called? So we went over directional movement, directional blocking, and staying off that center line and creating angles. That's pretty much. Let me emphasize something. Creating angles is one of the things you want to understand the most. If your punches are not landing, hear me out now. It's not due to ghost punches. Only sometimes. Most of the time you're at a weird angle. You see how I'm right there with Manny? We're going punch for punch. It's because of the angles I am creating. Manny can't touch me due to the angles I'm creating, due to me having directional blocking. I'm gonna say directional a lot. So, now what else do I want to talk about, right? We're gonna go over power shots. We're gonna go over that. Let's see. Let's do directional movement. Just when you're like this. When is this useful? And then your slips and ducking. This is useful when you're trying to read your opponent, right? Let's see if we can read Manny. Manny, he's not throwing a lot of jabs right now, so it's not going to help me to start slipping for no reason. It may make me unpredictable, but I'm already unpredictable with the way I'm moving. I'm already creating angles, so there's no reason for my slip right now. I can use it to combo into my punches. I lean to the left. I lean to the left like this and throw a nice hook. Lean to the right, throw a right hook. But it can all be comboed upon when you're creating angles using footwork. And now you're starting to see the bigger picture of Undisputed. Now you can actually play. You can actually compete now, instead of just throwing them straight punches. That's pretty much what directional movement is. It's, make it a long story short, this is all directional. And now you can lean into whatever punch you want to throw, Manny. That's fine. That's fine, Manny. You can do all that. We're not worried about that. You see how we answer back so quickly? It's all about combos. When you get caught off guard, your body will stop. It's like your body is frozen when you get caught off guard. So then you can combo up. That's how you throw combinations. You're not going to throw a combination on a person when they're not frozen. You got to use that jab to stop them. You want to stop them. And it's not like you're frozen. It's like a millisecond. And that's when them punches, you can start comboing up and really beating your opponent. So we talked about most of the tools. Let's talk about basic understanding. Knowing the ring, right? So my side that I have dominance on is the right side. Since I'm on the left side, I have to go to the right side to have dominance. This is just when you want to reset. I have more dominance on my right side than Manny. And Manny has more dominance on his left side than me. That's just how it is. I don't know if it's due to the game and the camera movement, but that is how it is. That's what I noticed. And I'm successful resetting myself and sticking to that right side sometimes. It helps me create angles when I remember, okay, I see why Manny keeps hitting me. I can't go further left. I have to go back to the right side. Look at that head movement by Manny. That was nice. And it's still an even game. Remember, it's a point game. See what Manny's doing right here? Let me show you something. Push him off. Just click on that right stick. Push him off. Throw a punch. You want to use your push a lot too. You don't want to hold your block. You want to back up like this. You hold your block, you're a lot slower. But after that little list I just put out, you see how technical Undisputed is? What does that mean for you? That means there's a lot of tools to learn, a lot of things to remember, and we haven't even gone over power shots yet. We haven't gone over spamming yet. Okay, let's go over power shots and spamming. So, what is a power shot? So when you hold R1, on my controller it's R1, but when you hold R1 and then you just throw a punch, it's slower, but it has a lot more power. Usually a lot of people like to spam and knock people out with them. But you gotta know how to use them. Look at that. I was at a great angle with Manny and I used my power shot. Now the damage is there. We can't see it, but just know the damage is there. His head health has went down. Now I can slowly work in some more power shots. Maybe to the body, but we just want to sprinkle them in. And this isn't like Fight Night. You will lose stamina, but it's not detrimental. We're already on round 5. I feel great, you know? Look at my stamina. I can throw a little bit of power shots. We're not gonna lose as much stamina as Fight Night, but we will lose stamina. So you want to sprinkle them in. By round 7, round 6, if I used it too many times, my player will slow down and start walking. It's not like a big decider in who will win the fight. You'll just be slower. You can still win by being out of stamina. This is, again, not like Fight Night, where you just wait till someone's stamina go down. And you can win. That's not how it is. Because if you don't know how to create no angles and use your tools, you're still gonna lose. And that's why this game is fun. There's so many different outcomes. So, power shots, just picking when to use them. Knowing when to use them. That's what you need to do. Know when to use a power shot. So we went over power shots, footwork, creating angles, pushing off your opponent, how to get out of a daze. We talked about that. You want to push your opponent. Let me see. I sometimes push my opponent off of me. It really doesn't do anything for me, but we can push them off like that. We want some room with that right stick. Back it up a little bit. Get in there. It's look at all these functions. Like, bro, there's so much you can use to make this fight your fight. Now, people gonna come with a lot of different techniques and everything. That's what Undisputed in boxing is all about. You just need to know what you have at your disposal. Look at that. Beautiful, clean knockout. And that knockout is due to me knowing my tools. Look at these angles I'm creating. Look, I'm all on Manny. Pause. Look at this. Beautiful. That's angle. All them angles I'm creating. He couldn't see me. And that was nice. So, again, tools at your disposal. You want to use all your tools. You want to pick when to use them. And you'll have so much more success online than you had before. Because I'm not the first player to know this. Certainly not. There's people on here with 600 to 800 wins. They have already cracked the system. And they're just abusing it. They're abusing it. Not even cracking the system. They're just using all the tools at their disposal. Undisputed just didn't make a great tutorial when they told everybody this, but they gave us all these tools. Now, just pick when to use them. And you can have some fun too. Get that record up. You don't have to lose a couple times to understand what I'm saying. But if you don't want to sacrifice your record, go in a quick fight, local, and just practice. Just practice. But when you get online, you're going to see a lot of players playing the way I'm playing. It's not about, some players don't know how to play, but they use spammy methods, and it's like, oh, I don't know how to get around it. All those spam methods people are using, you can break every single one of them. If someone is holding their block, right? Look at that. We're killing Manny right here. He cannot handle this. But if somebody's holding their block, right? They're like this. How are you gonna break that, right? You're just doing this and throwing a head. There's a way to break it. By moving around and hitting their body in different areas. They can't block everything. The game doesn't allow you to block every shot. There's a shot that's going to get in there. Due to me being on the side of him, in front of him, it doesn't matter. You can break that. Now you have a player that keeps throwing power shots. You need to block. You're not blocking. That's why you're getting knocked out. That's why I was getting knocked out, because I was not blocking. Now, what about when the game has bad Wi-Fi? Okay, I get it. We can't control that. We can't control that. That's just the connection. They are working on that. But when we have great connection, there's a lot of things that we can control. Look at how Manny is trying to work me right now. But I'm about to show you something. Right now, Manny is moving. He's sticking me. He's doing everything right? But Manny is still losing. You know why? Because I've been working him and breaking his body down the whole fight. Now, that opens up these power shots that I have. While we get down to the end of the fight, Manny's slowing down. I'm starting to work him. And this is what happens online. once you start to read it, you can tell when your opponent is weak, his head health is weak, and now you can really start putting those power shots in. And now you have a game. This is when you know you're about to win. Even from the scoreboard, the score sheet, it'll tell you. I mean, I've been winning, but still, Manny's low. And now, I want to get into loose movement. Just to play around with it. Did I talk about loose movement? If I didn't, hopefully I didn't. But loose movement is at the bottom of my screen with my heartbeat. The little guy at the bottom that's outlined white, now he's off, now he's on. Loose movement. You're slightly faster. You're not safe though. You can get damaged more, but you're a little faster. Look at this. Man, he's starting to go crazy. He can still knock me out though. That's the crazy part. He can still win this fight. Am I gonna let him win? No. But loose movement is something you use as well. I'm not too good at loose movement. I don't like it. I get damaged a lot more than it benefits me. But you're a little faster, as you can see. I'm throwing a little bit of combinations faster. I'm trying to hit Manny. Bingo. Bingo. We right there now, you see? Manny is pretty weak right now. He's starting to walk around. He's about to get knocked out. And we can really line up our knockout right now. Hopefully I can get him knocked out by the end of this video. By the end of this 32 seconds. We're right there. I can feel it. He's walking. Oh my goodness, Manny. Manny's not going to go down like that. But overall, guys, you guys see it. You understand what I'm trying to say. We worked Manny the entire fight due to using our tools, using our options. This is what Undisputed is all about. It's a very technical game. It's fun. There are things that I feel like a lot of people don't know that if they did know, they'll have more fun with the game. I didn't know a lot of these things in the beginning. I had to lose a lot to understand, but now I'm winning, and it's a fun game. So I think we should give Undisputed its flowers and take the time to learn the game. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And my controller is off, but I'm out.